Hello, everyone, and today I'm joined by Belinda. Welcome, Belinda. Belinda Moyo, right? Yeah. So I've known Belinda for quite a lot of years right now, and right now I'm in Blawayo, and I've just decided to visit here. Specifically, I had to make sure that I visit here because I've actually worked with her a couple of years, and we're going to be talking about the project that we're actually working on together in this interview. So I felt like she should tell her story about what she's doing online. And welcome, Belinda, to the interview.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, who is Belinda? If someone's going to come on the street and then ask who is
Right.
Belinda, what would you say?
All right, so I'm Belinda Moyo and 30 years old, and I was born and raised here in Bulawayo, and I I graduated from Bana State University in 2017, um, and then from what we all know, the current situation in our country, there isn't really much that you can do after college.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so um, I kind of started, hearing around. Before there was this, UK thing, there was actually the teaching English thing, teaching overseas, Japan, Korea, Thailand, Cambodia, and all these other countries. So that was what I was interested in, right? So I wanted to go and teach in China, for example. I actually got accepted to teach there at a rural school, but
Uh-huh.
yeah,
So
however,
you're supposed to travel to China?
yes, I was.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
But I ended up not going, for some reasons. But uh, I came across it through doing, research. I'm at home, I have the internet. I'm like, okay, so if I want to find this, where do I go? And surprisingly, Facebook. That's where I get all of my opportunities.
Of your opportunity,
Everything.
yeah.
I'm here today because of Facebook. So I went on Facebook. Yes, those opportunities are there where you can go and teach overseas, like English, right? However, there are online options as well. I was mind blown, and I'm like, okay, there's online. Okay, I joined as many groups as I could.
Yeah.
Kind of like looking around every day, something that was, kind of for me, because there is another challenge for us as Zimbabweans is that in the English teaching world, we're not regarded as native, even though English is technically our, official language, but it's not really our native language, right? So we are kind of the last option. However, options are there, right? So there are many online companies that are hiring people like us. We are called non-natives, right? So the natives are the Americans, people from UK, people from Australia, Ireland, English-speaking countries. So I looked around and found options for me, and I came across, this country based in the Philippines, but the students are from Japan. So then it was called Vivo Global Opportunity. I handed in my application. And one thing I forgot to mention is that if you want to teach English online, you're supposed to have like a TEFL certificate.
Okay, so now I really don't want to cut you short, but now, you've been following
Yes.
my social posts.
Right.
So you've become one of the people that I had to give attention because of the following that you did on my social post, and I kind of. So which year was that when you're trying out this whole experience of teaching online?
2018.
2018.
Yes.
And when did you come across my stuff?
I came across your stuff when I was stuck on the issue of PayPal.
The issue of PayPal, yeah. Okay, so when
Yes.
you've actually
I
done
had
the.
gotten the job and the interview, everything, training. Now I had to open a PayPal account and I knew that.
So
Zimbabwe
had you done a job already online,
No,
and
I
then
had
you
not.
were
I
waiting
got
for
the
money to
job,
come through.
I did the training, and they wanted my PayPal account. It was before I started working.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you did find the job, did you get paid in your PayPal account?
Yes, I did.
Ah, okay, amazing.
I found a way around it, right? You just create a South African PayPal, pretty much.
Okay, and
Yeah.
how would you get your money to Zimbabwe?
What I would do was, I have a relative in the UK,
Okay.
so I would send her.
So you just did what I told you. Like you,
Yes.
okay, that's fine. Yeah, because a lot of people they get stuck when they're
Oh,
trying to look
yeah.
for opportunities to
Exactly.
learn to do something from home and things like that. So now, can you tell me? Think of someone. How did you get in the shoes of someone who's just getting started? I mean, you do this full time, yeah? Teaching online?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So someone is just getting started. Is at a point where you were in 2018, this 2023, where we're actually doing this interview. What was internet like, and what is internet like now?
Not much has changed, but I think COVID definitely did change things a lot. During COVID, people were at home. I was making money, serious money. I would teach the entire day. The bars were red. I made money like never before.
But you know what? During COVID, actually, other people went broke.
Exactly. I didn't go broke, unfortunately. Because people
I
were home
love
and they
that.
were bored and they were like, you know what, let me take some classes. 5 a.m. up to 5 p.m. You are on your computer just making money.
Okay.
And, yeah.
So how does someone get started? I mean, someone who has the idea and they don't even understand. Like what advice would you give them?
Well, my advice is that if you have your degree, that's a good start. Because most of these companies, they do require a degree, but like in any field, it doesn't matter what degree you have. But it's definitely an advantage to you.
Okay.
But the company that I worked for first, which is Ingu today, they don't really require a degree, but I think you're supposed to have like a TEFL certificate, a TEFL certificate. So whilst I was doing, my end stuff, the thing is you're not supposed to focus on one company only.
Okay.
Right? Have 2, 3, 4, 5, so that when you get stuck, right, somewhere, things go down, you can just focus on the other 2 or 3.
Okay.
Right?
So now, tell me about a situation whereby where does someone learn how it's done? Okay, is there any place where people can learn, or because for you, your journey, it takes, you appear to be telling me that I'm self-taught. It was through research online and things like that.
That's the only way that you can do it. Just go online on Facebook and join, online ESL jobs. You can find everything that you're looking for there. There'll be specific companies that want non-natives, so you just apply for non-natives.
Okay.
Some, they can take you if you have experience. They won't consider you are non-native, but you have experience. And the more experience you get, the more opportunities you come across.
Oh, okay.
Right. So just get a company. Don't mind if I was being paid like $50 a class. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
And I didn't mind because it was like a stepping stone.
A stepping stone.
And then as time went on, I got better opportunities. Right. I was making a little bit more money here and there. So
did you feel? So you said you hold a degree in some.
Yes.
Okay. So you went to school, right?
I did.
And then you went to school, and you mentioned that a degree is an added advantage.
Yes,
so
it is.
what was your feeling when it comes to you going to school and spending years in education, and then trying to teach online? Was that did you at some point felt like you were scooping so low, or you're scooping so high, or you are getting into something that it will eventually grow and compensate you within this Zimbabwean economy? What is your feeling like?
Okay.
So because right now we live in a country where there is a lot of people are looking for opportunities online, And some people can't find them. They just
Yeah.
jump from one place to another.
I get
What
it.
was your case?
Like I said, I think that for myself,
Hmm.
I knew that I wasn't gonna get a job.
You're not going
I
to get a
knew,
job. Why?
I knew.
Why?
I just,
Is it because you were overeducated, or
no,
it was because of the
here
economy?
locally,
Uh-huh.
our economy, we know that it's pretty rough.
Okay.
And my particular degree, it's even worse because I work in it's based on working for these non-profit organizations.
Okay.
There's no it's unstable, right? One minute you have money rolling in projects and everything, you're busy, and then the next thing, see, there's nothing.
Okay.
There's no retirement, unless if you go and work for the government, right? But then these government institutions, we all know that
Mm-hmm.
opportunities they're just not there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct.
Exactly. So I just knew that what I always tell people that I catch up with, that I went to university with, I never bothered looking for a job.
Okay, and
I just never.
okay.
bothered.
So
I'm
was
like,
this was this the best decision for you?
It definitely was. People are still wondering, like, really, how are you making money?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah. So now, tell me of other opportunities that are there that people can actually tap into besides teaching online, English online.
Yes.
Something simple that they need to go through research and make sure that they get to a place where they're supposed to be.
Right. So there's something that I also tapped into.
Mm-hmm.
As like I said, I have a degree, so um, I kind of like went into writing.
Writing,
Right?
yeah.
Writing assignments
Mm-hmm.
for college students, right? So it's a site also in the Philippines.
Okay,
right?
it's a website.
Exactly. Writers.ph.
Mhm.
You just go there, write an assignment for them, and then they'll read it. And if you qualify, you get hired.
But is that legally approved? So I'm going to university and I'm supposed to submit an assignment. This assignment is supposed
Technically
this assignment is supposed to be written for me. Absolutely written by me.
Yeah.
So basically, you're saying on writers.ph,
Yes.
you go there and then you find some other students that they submit
Yes.
assignment that needs to be written.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's another option. What other options are there?
There's also something that is called transcribing.
Transcribing, yeah.
Something that I've struggled with.
Okay, well, what is some transcribing all about?
Transcribing is pretty much listening to a conversation, and then just typing what you're hearing.
Okay.
Right. For example, people have videos that they want maybe to make subtitles for their videos
Yes.
and things like that.
Yes.
There are also sites for that.
Okay.
There is transcribe. There's transcribeme.com, and then there's rev.com. But there are rules that you're supposed to follow, like they're very strict.
Okay.
In terms of timestamps, you're supposed to pay attention. When people are laughing, there's direct verbatim. For me, on that one I struggled, but maybe someone
Okay.
can actually do it. So yeah, those are one of the things that are out there that people are not really aware of.
Okay. So now let's talk about the issue of internet. Okay.
Right.
So there is, in as much as you're talking about these websites, writers.ph, I'm sure that's a company that is based in the Philippines, yeah.
Yes, Philippines,
And
yes.
you're looking at data. Now, can we compare the issue of data consumption and versus what you are remunerated?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, can you comment on that?
I use Tel1.
You still one?
I use Tel1, yes.
Mhm.
And right now the packages are so amazing.
Okay.
They are pretty good. Even before, $50 a month is enough.
$50 a month
It's
is enough.
enough. It's more than enough.
So
You
now,
can get like 160 gigabytes,
Mhm.
or is it $30? And then the $50, I think it's a lot.
Okay.
It
So now,
really is.
I want you to take me back to a point where you were getting started, because now you're talking to me about $50.
Yes, all right.
Okay, so someone right now cannot afford that $50.
Okay.
Okay, is there a price that they have to pay? That, yeah, you know what? When you're getting started, you need to understand that you're getting into a place where you're going to compensate. That, how do you balance that? Because probably someone even to get data for $1, they can't, and you're talking of 50.
I suggest
Yeah.
internet cafes.
You suggest internet
Yeah,
cafes.
I suggest internet cafes.
Mhm.
get started there.
Okay.
Get your 1 hour, put in your applications, and even maybe if you want to do writing, for example, just go and when you are supposed to do that assignment, that assignment, they give you a few days to do it.
Absolutely.
So you do your research, you know.
Okay.
Normally, the questions are really not that difficult.
Okay.
I once did an engineering question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really not bad, and the money that you get back, it's really not that bad at all.
Okay.
Considering the salaries that people are making here, you can make. I actually referred a friend. Let me tell you a success story.
Okay.
His name.
Oh,
is,
yes.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
His name is Takuza. We were friends online, and I'm like, dude, let's make this money.
Let's make this money.
He wasn't sleeping.
Is that so?
Typing. He made $600
Okay.
in his first month.
In his first month,
his first
which is fair enough.
Which is good.
In the Zimbabwean economy,
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
and
yeah.
he was a student.
And you're doing that from home as well.
Yes, from home.
The beauty that he's doing that from home, and then now if you make 600, you pay your $50 internet, and then the remainder is yours. So now,
he loved his work.
right now, I've realized that currently, right now, there's an issue of electricity, right? So it's more like electricity goes early in the morning, and then it comes back, and then then you need to be online. What sort of solutions have you come across? Have you actually put in place for yourself so that your work is not disturbed?
Okay. Number one.
Yeah.
I invested, or rather, we as a family, we invested in solar.
In solar power, yes.
However, I also have backup.
You also have backup.
Those tiny inverters and that small 100 Ah battery.
Yes.
Yes, I use that one as well.
Okay.
Just in case. You can't really use solar like from morning until 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So it can only stretch us maybe until 4 p.m. and then from 4 p.m.
You're using batteries.
Exactly. I'm using batteries so that by 6 p.m. we want to turn on the lights.
Okay.
We won't go see.
I get it. So that was the solution. That's amazing because a lot of people, give excuses like I don't have internet, electricity just going. But I love the idea of you coming up with solutions for what you need to do. So now, if you had one secret, do you have secrets anyway? Okay, let me ask you this question.
I think the internet should be your best friend.
Okay.
The internet it's my hobby. It's everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you had one secret to give to someone who's just getting started, what would that be?
I think Facebook is a good place to start.
Okay.
Everything is there. You won't go wrong.
Absolutely.
In terms of online opportunities.
Okay. So let's look at what you have learned from me. I know I do have quite a lot of followers right now, and I'll tell you, Belinda, based on the initial conversation that we had some years back, I've always remembered you. I've always remembered you as the Belinda who teaches English online. Yes. And so what happened with Belinda was when we wanted to establish IELTS. Right now, a lot of people are going to the United Kingdom as nurses, and they need to learn English. So I was looking for a teacher who can teach IELTS classes in Blawayo, and my go-to person was, I remembered Belinda, that Belinda is there, she can be teaching IELTS. So she's teaching IELTS online in Zimbabwe, and she's also teaching IELTS in a small classroom set up in Blawayo. So she was the go-to person that I had to work with on that project. Now, you have worked with me. It's actually my first time to see. I mean, I have a very tight schedule, but yeah, of course, I have a very tight schedule, but I have to make sure that I see it. So now, talking of a few things that you have learned from me, you have been looking at me from a distance, from this person who is online, could online, and things like that. What sort of things have you learned from me? That helped you through this journey.
I think that what I've learned is that everyone has their strength or their talent or whatever.
Absolutely.
And for you, I think it's definitely marketing. I could never do what you do. Never.
Okay. Marketing.
I could never, go on Facebook and post and then people come.
Okay.
No. I could never.
Yeah, absolutely. And
So that's what I've learned, definitely, that everyone has that one thing
Yeah, absolutely.
that works for them.
Absolutely.
So I think everyone should capitalize. You should find where you are good at and capitalize on that.
And capitalize on yeah. So what she's trying to say is that, so on the venture that we started on, so out to the marketing, saying we've got classes in Blawayo, go to Belinda. So we actually had a talk actually with a lot of people in the classroom, and then I said to people that I'm in Blawayo, so people had to come. So that's what she's talking about. So now, if I can say, that to someone who thinks teaching English online is just a myth, okay? It doesn't exist. Please don't laugh.
It does.
It does.
It does.
What's your comment on that?
I can give a lot of examples.
Mm-hmm.
I've met so many. I even discovered countries that I don't even know
Uh-huh.
exist.
Uh-huh.
I worked for a country. I can't even pronounce the name. It's called oh my god, Azerbaijan. Right?
Okay, I'm not going to pronounce that.
I know them,
Okay.
but they exist.
They do
online.
exist. Uh-huh.
And I taught for them for a while. They were really good, but then, calendars are different
Okay.
around the world. So when it's summer for the here, it's winter, right?
Okay.
And then when it's summer, the classes go. Everyone is just on the beach for 3 months.
For 3 months, okay. So you're learning other people's cultures as well as you do. Yeah. So you want to go to that country?
I want to visit every country.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
see now,
Yeah.
I've met so many people, I've made so many friends. Technically, you're not allowed to make friends.
Uh-huh.
But I've met so many friends.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing. And I'm like, okay, so when I go to Japan, I want to go and see Mount Fuji.
Yeah.
Korea, I want to go and see this.
Okay, so when you're teaching online, your market is not the people in Zimbabwe, but the people outside Zimbabwe. Okay. Okay.
So it's people from everywhere. Right now, I'm teaching children from Turkey.
From Turkey.
Yes.
Kids.
Kids. Yeah.
English.
So fun.
So
And
fun. I love that.
Very fun. And
Okay.
we just talk. We play games. We just have basic conversations. It's a very chilled atmosphere. No drama, no nothing. We just correct them when they are going wrong. And you know how kids are.
Absolutely.
They over talk. And I'm just there like.
Okay. So since you said learning about teaching online is based on research,
Yes.
right? And then you keep on pushing people to learn on Facebook and things like that.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm going to ask you is that, are you willing to offer any sort of help if someone watches this video and they want to,
I can definitely help and give. There's always like a website. There are websites for
Okay.
this.
So, are you willing to share your contact details, your email, whatever you're comfortable with? Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
you can email me at belindamoyo2012@gmail.com.
So that was Belinda Moyo.
In small letters.
Belinda Moyo 2012@gmail.com. Yeah.
Yes, and then my number is 0773 873.
So you may need to start with +263.
Oh yes, for everyone who's not here, it's +260 773 87363. There's a lot of things.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So where do you see yourself 5 years from now? What's the future projection in terms of your? I know you mentioned in passing that you plan to travel.
Yes, someday. There's another company that I have my eye on. So I'm in the middle of applying, but the hours are terrible because it's in the middle of the night here. But I don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's
Yeah, so-
always some way to apply.
Yeah. So, I've been asking a lot of questions, and you may feel like, could I? You should have asked this question. If there is any question that I did not ask you, what could that be, or something that you feel like you should share with the people out there?
I think we basically covered most of it, but again, I emphasize that Facebook is a wonderful place, even though it's regarded as old. But for me, it's been amazing.
Okay.
I don't post there anything, but I'm just there for business purposes and trying to see where my next opportunity is. So yeah, definitely. I think
Absolutely.
we've covered most everything.
Most of the stuff.
Most of the stuff, yes.
You know what? You have no idea. I'm really. I actually hate to press here to do this interview. I mean, yeah, I really hate to make sure that she sits down and do this because you know what? I've been talking to her that you know what? You've actually moved miles, and a lot of people out there who are just getting started may need to know what you know now because you know I was there at some point and then she was there at some point and we thought we could share this and thank you so much for watching and thank you so much Belinda.
You are very welcome. And also, I also want to mention that if you reach out to me on WhatsApp, there's like a teachers group.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, where people post jobs and everything. So know that there are a lot of people out there who are looking for opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you. So there's a support group, kind
Absolutely.
of like your islands group.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So it's the same thing.
So, do you offer any kind of services to the? Okay, so basically, your service is for the people that are out there and other countries, and you don't teach people in Zimbabwe, except IELTS.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, absolutely. So yeah,
People are from everywhere in the world.
absolutely.
Yeah, most are in most Asian countries, and I've also taught people from Chile.
Chile, okay.
Chile, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been amazing.
Absolutely.
And Saudi Arabia, oh my gosh.
She has a lot to talk about. She has a lot to talk about. Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, and the culture shocks that come with it.
Okay, okay. What about the language barriers? Do they
No,
like
they generally speak well. The Saudi Arabians, they were university students,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
So they were women. So Saudi Arabian culture, men teach men, women teach women.
Okay.
Yeah. Although I found that strange.
So why would someone choose to learn from someone in Zimbabwe?
Oh,
and-
they
and-
just hire teachers.
Yeah.
Right?
Why not learn from their own country? Are there no English teachers there?
No, it's kind of like it's different. I think it's definitely different. I think they have a language there. I'm not sure which
And then
one
in
it is.
English is more like you going to a driving school,
Exactly.
whereby you improve. Okay.
Right. So those ladies, they were university ladies,
Mhm.
and it was an online university. So the university hired people from teachers, right?
Okay.
From around the world,
Mhm.
and then I would teach them. I did teach them for like a semester.
Okay. I see.
It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
It was so much fun. They
She
were
is a-
really nice.
Get in touch with her. As you can see, she has a lot of nuggets to give.
Yeah, exactly.
And I really want to appreciate her time. I've taken her away from her busy schedule. And thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay.